Hi, this is yesterday's Moose production, and today we're playing Altered Beast for the Sega Master System. Once again, I'm doing a Let's Compare. Normally I would start with the original version of the game, but this time I decided to start with the best version of the game. Altered Beast on the Sega Master System is, of course, the best version. So normally you would start with 3 health bars, but if you press up, left, and button 1, you begin with 5 health bars instead. I command you to rise from your grave and do stuff. So, before I had a Sega Genesis, I had a Sega Master System. And because of that, I ended up getting this version of Altered Beast before the Genesis version. So I have kind of a soft spot for this version of Altered Beast. It's kind of choppy, and it's scaled back, it's missing a level, but the graphics are colorful, and you got a little bit of voice work, which is not very common for 8-bit games. Also, I'm playing it in 1080p, because that's totally appropriate. I believe in previous videos I said I was having problems with 1080p, and that's because I was using the wrong program to record my videos. So, my bad, I could have been recording in 1080p this whole time, but I was being silly and using the wrong program. So, that's totally on me. So I really want to get that glowing wolf. There we go. I love the scream. It's supposed to be a wolf howl, but it sounds more like someone screaming in terror. And maybe that's appropriate. Maybe it's very painful to be changed into a wolf, an altered beast, if you will. So why am I doing a Let's Compare of this game and other versions of Altered Beast? Because I needed something to do that was not working on my own game with RPG Maker MV on Nintendo Switch, because it crashes all the time. You do anything in it and it crashes. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's the worst RPG Maker I've ever worked with. And I've worked with at least 3? 4 if you count a Japanese game that I bought for one day that was an RPG Maker and I didn't understand how to do anything with it because it was Japanese. And I can't read Japanese. I can speak a little, I can understand a little, but I can't read it. And that's a problem. Anyways, I'm working on the demo version of my game Defenders of Light, which is an update of the game I made on the PlayStation version of RPG Maker. I'm talking very slowly because I'm trying to defeat this boss. I believe he's gonna laugh. There we go. Yeah. So it's a terrible program. I would not recommend anybody try to make a game with it. There have been literally no patches or updates to the game. I'm trapped in the corner like a fool. I can't get out. I can't jump. I can't kick. I can't punch. There we go. Wow. Now I gotta shake this guy off. Yeah. I'm doing very, very well already. Okay, I'll wait back here. And that still does not help me. Right, RPG Maker MV for Nintendo Switch, don't get it. It's horrible. Don't work with it. I'm probably gonna make a video about how much I hate it. But I'm still trying to get a demo version of my game out there so that I can maybe create some hype, get some people interested in the game who have never really played that kind of game on RPG Maker. It's definitely not a traditional RPG. So this is what I decided to do. I didn't want a long game. I wanted something that I could complete fairly easily and quickly. By the way, press up, left, and both of the buttons and you'll be able to continue. That changes for each subsequent continue. I believe you have a maximum of 4, and you kind of need it. And since I didn't get my Altered Beast, I'm going to have to go through another wave of enemies. Maybe I can concentrate a little bit more. So maybe after playing this version, I'll play the Genesis version, and then I'll end with the arcade version. That'll be like altered... an altered order of what I would normally do. But as I was saying, I got this game on the Sega Master System. I have a soft spot for it. The graphics are kind of colorful. I like them. They're not completely terrible. It is choppy, but it certainly could be a lot worse. If you've ever played the NES version of Altered Beast, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like they have these tiny little characters which are really ridiculous, and they do have some extra stages, so I'll give it that. And who knows, maybe I'll even play that version of it. I don't really like that version, so I'm not really counting it, but maybe I'll play it just for fun. Now that I've said it, I have to do it. I totally have to do it. So maybe I'll do that before the Genesis version. It probably won't be a long video. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know how to play it. I've only played it once, and I did not do very well. So we'll see. See how it goes. I'm playing this on my Super Console X, which is an emulation system and allows me to play these games in 1080p. It also has literally every Sega Master System ever on the face of the planet. If I remember correctly, I do have a physical version of this game, I think. Pretty sure I do. But I don't really use that system anymore because there's no need for it with the Super Console X. That was a Retron 5, which allows you to play the physical versions of the game, but it only has a maximum resolution of 720p. So with Super Console X, you at least get slightly more resolution. Not that this game really needs it. Do you really need this game to be in 1080p? The answer is, of course, yes. Definitely yes. Why wouldn't you want it in 1080p? There's so much going on. Other games that I had on my Sega Master System before I got my Genesis were Golden Axe. And I really liked the Sega Master System version of Golden Axe. It has its own unique spin on how Golden Axe is supposed to work. The ending is slightly different. I like that they actually put some effort into it. And again, it's super choppy, but the graphics are quite impressive for a Sega Master System game. They really pushed the system to its limits with some of the games that came out. Like R-Type is another one that was really well done for the Sega Master System. Apparently there was a Game Boy version of it, and I may or may not have played it at least once. And it's somewhat impressive in its own right. But the Sega Master System version is definitely a sight to behold. I don't know if I'll ever play it, because I'm completely terrible at it. I used to be moderately good as a kid, but now, no, I'm terrible at it. So now, instead of getting to the bear stage, which you would normally have, it just skips right over to the tiger stage. I don't know why they did that. It seems to me like these stages wouldn't really take up that much data. I mean, you got one static background. You got repeat enemies from other stages. Okay, down left and both of the buttons allows you to continue a second time. Hopefully I'll be able to get through this without using all of my continues. You only get 4. I mean, I have the rest of this stage and the next stage to complete, but I have been known to run out of continues in previous playthroughs. Anyway, so you have one static background that pretty much repeats tile sets and repeat enemies. I mean, maybe the transformations take up a lot of information, but still, it just feels like they could have fit in a bear. Like, maybe it's because the bear turns things to stone and they couldn't add that in as a feature, but they could have just as easily had the bear destroy the enemies instead of freezing them into stone. That could have been a compromise. But what do I know? I think it's just that they wanted to limit the amount of megs that they used in the cartridge. There's like 2 meg carts, 4 meg carts, and as it goes up and up, I guess it gets more expensive. And now you got these enemies that were in the bear stage, but now they're here for some reason. I'm probably going to make another Minute Moose episode on how to use continues and get more health. I've been having fun with my Minute Moose thing. I don't know why YouTube won't let me make shorts. Maybe it's because I can't record in vertical video format. Okay, I'm not sure how I did that. Continue, I'll put it up on the screen. Okay, that's how I did it. But how I really did it here was I just pressed both of the buttons and rotated around the controller until it said continue. Because I couldn't remember the exact direction that you're supposed to hold. Haha! So I have one continue left. And I totally forget what I was talking about. There was something I wanted to say about something. But no matter. We are now on the final stage. Once again, same enemies. They're not even more difficult. And we're going to face the final boss. And the ending, wow, the ending is just great. We shall see what that's all about. But I can tell you that they certainly didn't spend a lot of time on it. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about Golden Axe on the Sega Master System, how it's super choppy, but they put in a lot of effort into it. So the graphics are really colorful and they look good. It just runs very slow and it has its own identity. So it's a little bit different from the arcade version. It's different from the Genesis version. Kind of makes it its own thing. They even had a spin-off on the Game Gear, the Axe Battler something or other game. It's basically a Zelda clone. I have played it, but I've never been able to get anywhere in it because I don't really spend that much time on it. I didn't have it as a kid, so I don't know anything about where all the stuff is, things like that, so I'd basically be starting from scratch. So now I'm a new wolf, a golden wolf. And I'm already on the final boss. The final boss has a super easy pattern. So yeah, does YouTube require you to do vertical videos in order for you to make YouTube shorts? Is that the only thing that's preventing me from making YouTube shorts? If anyone knows how to make a YouTube short actually work and get it to show up on your YouTube page, I would greatly appreciate it. Even if I can't, well, I already have my Minute Moose, and I would probably still be calling it Minute Moose anyway. So this is what you gotta do to defeat this final boss. Oops, not that. Jump and attack. Jump and attack. The only thing is that jumping requires you pressing both buttons, so it's very easy to do something other than jump. And that messes up the timing. Believe it or not, this was the pattern in the arcade as well, and I think even the Genesis version you could do this. So he falls for the same pattern in all the versions. So at least they were consistent with that. No, get out of the corner. I think I'll make the Minute Moose episode directly after this one so that everybody will know how to do the continues and how to get more health. That'll be fun. And then I'll do the Nintendo version. Yeah. Get out of the corner. Get out of there. Get out of there. Even though he's super easy, it takes so long to defeat. Oh, I died. That's pretty sad. At least I have one more continue just in case. No! Stop doing that! Jump when I say jump. When I say jump, you say how high. That's how it works. And there we go. I have defeated the Sega Master System version of Altered Beast. The best version by far. There's no better version. The arcade version is nothing compared to the awesomeness of the Sega Master System version. So I'm just going to let the ending play here. I won't say credits because there aren't any. Just gonna let the ending play here. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.